Good evening. Welcome to Robert's Reading Room and Reviews. I'm here to give another wonderful review, and it is a wonderful review. I thoroughly enjoy reading this book. This is the second book I read by this author, and I'm talking about no other than Sidney Sheldon, The Ties of Memory with Tilly Bagshawe. The first book I read by him was Rages of Angel, Rage of Angel. This book started out kind of slow, but sometimes a slow book can be the best book, and this so happened was one. It starts out with the character Tony Goliath, um, Billy Hamlin, Charles Murphy. She's actually a rich girl who's been in some trouble with alcohol stealing, doing a little coke. She's supposed to be watching these boys on this rich resort that's ran by this rich family, and she started to get distracted with Billy Hamlin. He's a carpenter's son who works there on the resort, and he is off that day. He's there at the beach, and he's trying to impress her. He's really into her. He's really feeling her to the point that he's diving in the water trying to get a pearl. They made a bet. She said if he found a big pearl, she would go out on a date. They've been sleeping together also too, even though she has a boyfriend by the name of Charles Murphy, who's loaded with money, very rich. He's there, but he's out further on the water. He's on the family yacht, and he sees from a distance what's taking place. So he's trying to race ashore, not paying attention. He almost hit two boys on a rowboat. He missed them, but he hits Billy. And actually, Billy went underwater, and everybody's thinking the tragedy has struck. But fortunately, he a surface and he's fine. Has an injury to his shoulder. While that's going on, Tony's trying to see about Billy. Little boy comes up. It's Tony. Nicholas, he's missing. Nicholas is a little boy who Tony has a special bond with. Unfortunately, he wound up drowned and died. His father is the senator, and he's out for blood. It was a tragic accident, so Billy takes the fall for Tony. They have a trial, and he winds up going to prison. I want to say it was like 15 to 20 years. And he has hopes of getting out and marrying her. She has him believing this, but she escaped her family home, wants a new life. She goes out to Vegas, starts out as a bartender, but then she decides, oh, I want to go to college. She goes to UCLA, tries to apply. She doesn't have credentials, no identification. So she sleeps with a man, and he helped her change her into her new identity. She changes her name from Tony to Alexia. That was in part two that threw me for a loop because I was like, is these characters gonna connect? Which they connect back. Alexia is Tony. She changed her name. She leaves the States and goes to Europe. She bartenders over there. She meets her husband, Teddy Vere. They wind up getting married. He falls in love with her. She thinks she's. This is what gets me is a lot of people feel that your past is your past, and yes, I agree, it's your past. But even in your future, sometimes your past will come back, you know, to bite you or just to remind you you did this. And that's what happened with her because she really felt like she had the wrong food, but her husband told her, I come from money. You think I didn't have you investigated? He wound up, Billy wound up getting out of prison, and he wound up finding her over in Europe and try to warn her that she's in danger. His daughter's in danger because he actually gets out of prison, married this lady by the name of Sally, and they have a daughter named Jennifer. He has a workshop where he works on cars. He had a partner who actually left him high and dry and left him in debt with the business and everything. So then you have Lucy Myers, who Alexia and Teddy DeVere buys a house on Malta venues, and they wound up being neighbors. They wound up being friends. I'm not gonna get into all of Lucy Myers, but wow, When they say keep your enemies close, keep your enemies close, because she comes full force of what happened in the beginning of the book, and that's all I'm gonna say. This book had a lot of murder, had sex scenes in it, it did, but it had a lot of murder in it, and the way they unfolded in this book, it was surprising because most of the time when I read a book, you can see a murder when it's coming, but in this book, it was like, bam, it just happened and it just kept going. So yes, I slowed down. I could have been through this book. I actually started reading another book because I finished this book Friday, and I think I started yesterday the other book, and I finished the other book today. So I hope within another day or two I have the book I just finished uploaded so I can share with you guys what I felt about that book. But I'm not gonna get into that. I'm on this book right now. But I just want to say this book had everything: suspense, murder in it, lies, deception in it, and it will keep you on your toes. So please check this book out. You will not regret it. It's The Ties of Memory by Sidney Sheldon and Tilly Bradshaw. Until next time, I just want to say good night, and I'm out.